What's going on, everybody? A little bit of a different video for you guys today. That's honestly because I'm a bit upset and disappointed. Most recently, it's because of the news of Rocket Racing dropping in Fortnite, and to say that it's a letdown for Rocket League players is already an understatement. If you're watching this video on my channel, you probably are already aware of everything that's been happening inside the Rocket League space. You've got creators like Jazer and Thanovic making videos about the declining state of Rocket League. Sunless made a video on it and even posted that he's taking a break from all things Rocket League for his mental health. And to him, I hope he does very well with that and gets better. But hell, even Fire made a video. That guy hasn't uploaded in 8 months. I was thrilled to see him back, and he came back to basically say Rocket League sucks now. It's really sad to see this beautiful game that so many people love going down the gutter basically just because of neglect. And most recently, amongst all the lackluster new seasons, features being removed, the complete removal of trading was not communicated to anybody, and it really caught people off guard and by surprise. We got a little bit more information that they were working on something big, and then Epic goes ahead and they drop this. This is the new Rocket Racing game mode within Fortnite, and I'll start by saying it looks fun. It looks like a fun game. It looks like a fun racing game with some interesting mechanics, but it's not Rocket League. Seeing the cars going 500 kph, I mean, even this right here, the air dodge, I mean, come on, look at that. That has absolutely nothing to do with regular Rocket League mechanics, and they've essentially just made a racing game with a Rocket League paint job on it. They completely axed all of trading for this. I opened Fortnite to see what the deal was. The game's not fully out yet, but almost none of the items came over when I first opened up the game. It kind of feels like our house is broken. You know, we've got all this stuff that needs fixing. We've got a leaky faucet and we've been calling the plumber, please come fix it. And they go and install a sink in the mansion across the street. It's not to really knock Rocket Racing. It looks like it could be a fun game, but the fact that the game I want to play is suffering for something that's just completely aside from what it is, it really hurts. There are so many features that people have been begging for years. There was the news of Rocket League might move to Unreal Engine 5. I'm sure I don't have to tell you about that either. It was big news, oh, this is a project they're working on, and then again, in theme with the lack of communication, nothing happened. I've had the privilege of playing with developers in-game. I'll see their titles, it says developer, and we'll get to talking, and sometimes I even ask them what they do over at Psyonix or Epic and what they're in charge of. Every single one of them, without fail, has said item shop. And that should tell you everything that you need to know about Epic's priorities. It's a money-making machine, and it's a funnel to get players to play Fortnite. I play Rocket League because I don't want to play Fortnite. I enjoy this game. I enjoy the mechanics of it. I enjoy getting better at it. I enjoy that there's a game out there where I can throw Spotify on, chill out, sit and practice, and that the games don't take 45 minutes like they can in some other games. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a couple of changes that Epic has made since they acquired Psyonix and Rocket League that have actually improved the game. Making the game free to play was an amazing change. The day they did that, the day it released, I saw 1 million players online in my playlist. That's amazing. I had never seen numbers like that before. Voice chat was broken, and they went and fixed it. I still think there's room for improvement and polishing, but when they fixed voice chat, that was a change that people love. But since those two things, pretty much everything else has been either a removal of a feature or just a reskin of something that's been done before. People are begging for new content, new stuff. And even within my own community, right? It's not even large, but people are still talking about it. Look at this. Only thing I don't get is why they couldn't just put that in Rocket League and promote it like that. Everyone would have loved a new game mode and it would be relevant to the current game, Rocket Cars, not Battle Royale, but it wouldn't be nearly as popular. I need to stop ranting about this. I've done it like 30 times and it just gets sadder. You making fucking Dyer sad. It's easy to sit here and just rag on the game, talk about everything that's wrong with it, and kind of call it a day. But there are solutions that other games implement. I play other games and they do some of this stuff well that don't seem all that hard to implement into Rocket League. Let's start with the biggest issue, which is smurfing. Oh my god, smurfing is so rampant in this game that it makes it so unfriendly for beginner players, so frustrating for intermediate players, and just not fun all around. It's destroying the integrity of ranked, and for a game that really has only ranked going for it right now, it's a huge problem. Waiton's video that he did on this is incredible. It's linked in the description. I highly recommend that you watch it if you haven't already. But there needs to be some form of safeguard against smurfing. I can't remember the last time that I submitted a report against a player for suspected smurfing or any other breach of terms of service and actually seen that message that says action was taken. The only time that ever works is when they use foul language that should have been detected by a filter anyways. They should have a reporting system that actually works and actually takes action against people who have a lot of reports suspected of smurfing. And there should be literally any safeguard in place to prevent people from doing it in the first place. Then you have features that players have been asking for literal years. Why are workshops still not compatible with console? Or why has Rocket League not even done so much as to communicate, hey, we're working towards anything, the whole Unreal Engine 5 thing? I get that those things are probably really hard to implement, but even just the base training. Why is it that there's this whole menu of custom training packs, but there's actually no way to search? Even that alone would make such a huge difference if you could just type in speed flip and see what training packs come up to practice that. But instead right now, you need to know a code or look one up or find one externally and then put that code in, because the browse tab is essentially just a longer list of the featured tab. On top of that, within the training, why can't we add things like obstacles to drive around or record certain car movements so that you can simulate defense on a shot, or even a barrier in the goal to have someone slot it in the top corner instead of just anywhere on net, or a speed barrier saying the ball won't go in, the shot won't count unless you shoot it this fast. Those changes, I know for a fact some of them are already possible in Bake's mod. So why aren't they part of the game? I'd also like to see Epic or Psyonix experiment with new maps. I look at what Lethamyr puts out, and oh my god, he is one of the greatest things that's ever happened to Rocket League. He makes all these fantastic custom maps, plays them with friends, and they're awesome, but at least half of the player base can't even access them, and the half that can has to download 6 different programs just to even attempt to play it with friends. That's all something that an individual is doing that everyone wishes they could be a part of. This is the kind of stuff that people had hoped would happen when Epic bought Psyonix. Epic is this huge company with tons of resources. They'll be able to support this game, but instead they decide to remove features and take what they can from Rocket League, put it into Fortnite to get us to move over to Fortnite, and essentially neglect a game that they don't want to put the effort into. If I'm just wrapping up my thoughts about all of this, I'm just sad because I don't want to see the game die. I've seen a lot of decline in player base, and I've seen a lot worse situations than usual, but I have had some hope that there are a bunch of people out there who want to be part of these communities to still grow the game, to still get better and connect with people to play this game, the one they like. So I hope that people feel the same. I just really needed to get these thoughts out just to process everything that's happening. I'm certainly not going to stop playing the game. I still enjoy it and I enjoy the people I've managed to connect with, but I'd be curious to hear what others think. Leave it in the comments, but just let me know what you think. I mean, obviously Rocket League isn't in a good state, but do you think there's hope for the future? I don't know. Either way, thanks for listening to me talk about this. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.